Alright, what's up everybody? So we are continuing on our 11.5 update here with Oberon, Karak, Stug, and Magistar. I am going to probably use on this run the Stug and the Carrick mostly. Doing a solo mobile defense alert here. So we'll just see where they're at. We're all looking at rank 8, 7, 8, somewhere around there for all this stuff. So not very high. I wanted to see what the capabilities were after I did that first gameplay last night. I've added a couple mods to this. Not many mods, so now we're starting. Remember last night's first gameplay that we did, as I said, around 10 to 12 is when it starts to get difficult. So I've added a couple mods, like I said, just some basic damage mods, nothing special. On the weapons and on Oberon himself. Not too many things yet. I'm at a loss for words. Derp. Anyway. So we just wanted to see what I felt as I'm going through it. So, excuse me, as I mentioned last night, the first time of the weapons, using them, immediately correlating them to other type of weapons that I've obviously used. Said this Stug to me feels very close to an Embolist, except it doesn't have the drop-off that the Embolist does, which is a good thing. Drop-off is pretty horrendous on the Embolist. You got to be up front and close with these guys. But with that said, the Embolist does. My Embolist has somewhere around 2,000 base damage in there at this point. But this one's good. It's nice. It's like a sticky grenade, sticky corrosive grenade, more or less. And so we can deal with that. No problem with that at all. I think doing this, I put on damage mod, so it brought the base corrosive damage on the Stug up to 400 and change, give or take, 437 or something like that. Some basic damage mods that I have on there. I think it's just Serration. No, not Serration. Why would it be Serration? It's a Serration. Gosh, I don't even know right now. It's just standard damage mod, it's not multi-shot at this point. Hornet Strike, that's what it is. Harder. It's Hornet Strike. Yes, I've got Hornet Strike on here right now. So it's a good weapon. I like it. I'm sure it's going to become very powerful as I go through it, bring you video and more thoughts on it. The Karak, on the other hand, as I first said, it felt kind of like a mix Soma and another weapon. Wasn't really sure. I played it a little bit more. I think it's kind of like a mix of the Soma and the Bratton, to be honest, because it doesn't have a big clip. It's a good weapon. I like it. I haven't really looked at the stats too much. It doesn't have the same kind of critical damage that the Soma has, and that's what makes the Soma stand out, is that critical damage for the Soma. In this case, it's got heavy impact damage. So you're going to build it as a heavy impact, so you're going to want to definitely have your multi-shot and damage mods, but things like the Rupture mod, which is even more impact damage, that's going to come in real handy here. You may want to be able to put some slash damage in and some puncture damage, and I'll try that all out as I'm building it to see where the most effect is before I start throwing in elementals. I want to make sure I have my core damage up as high as I can get it, to where I feel that it's really worth it. So here's the Karak now. What's up, Fusion? saw you. Already got you set up into the clan this morning.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
So it's not too bad, not too bad. These weapons, even in their low levels, the Carrick's now 10 already. Oh, I'm sorry. Even in these lower levels are very good at being able to handle this. So it should be able to go up higher. As yet to determine, obviously, how high you could really go safely with the weapon. You know, is it an endgame weapon? Don't really know at this point. Find out as I get it up there. And my question is, as far as like endgame, meaning, you know, can you take out those higher level enemies without having to forma it multiple times? That type of thing. I mean, the forma on top of it to make it even more powerful is always a nice thing. But I always look to see if I can, if I feel like I can handle the enemies really well without having to do that extra forma and just having the catalyst in there. And I know the weapon is worth putting a forma in to make it even more damage capable. I don't know how to even say that. Kind of like on the lines of the Penta and the Magnus. I'm already 2 deep on both of those for forma. I plan on going to a 3 deep forma on both the Penta and the Magnus. And I think once I reach the 3 deep on both of those, I'll have maxed out all the damage and the elementals that I want to use on them. And I'll be more than happy with them. They're very good, even at just a regular non-format status, just a catalyst on it. So it's definitely worth getting those if you haven't gotten your hands on those yet. But just know that the Penta, you will die from blowing yourself up a number of times, especially as you level it up and start adding the mods and your damage area gets bigger. You will accidentally shoot yourself once or twice, no matter what you do. At some point, it'll happen.
Doors are locked. Time to break in.
Hey, not so bad handling this so far, pretty well. Haven't used Oberon's abilities too much this round yet. I'll use a couple of the abilities here. I still have to level them up. I've got them all on, as you probably saw in the last episode that we did here, the first look at the Warframe, but haven't really played with them too much here. I need to get him ranked up a little bit more to really level up those mods and see. I think overall all 4 of the mods are actually very good, and they all obviously serve a purpose. They all feel like they come from different parts of other really good frames. I mean, obviously it's not the same exact thing, but you know, you've got your heal, restore basically. Damaging stuff, you got your ability to basically take out the enemies and sorry. So I get his AoE up all the way, and I'll be able to start pulling out more health balls when you need them. I'm at a loss right now for words. I'm definitely liking it all though. The combination is pretty good. Ultimately, level 30 way I'm going to go with it. I don't know, you know, what mods I want to definitely put on this right now. I'm not sure right now. I am running, I think, Flow as the Power Max. I've got Power Efficiency. No, Streamline. No. I've got Flow on here. I've got Continuity on here, and power strength on here right now. I actually don't have any health or shield mods or anything at this moment. And sometimes it's hard to determine that until you get really far into it as to what the real need for shields and health and or armor are, and so that way you can figure out which you want to run. Whether you can just get away with like a vigor mod, or whether you actually have to run your separate, you know, redirection, vitality, or your armor. But not too bad, not too bad.
Override complete. Move on.
Override complete. Move on. I'm moving. I'm moving. Remember, guys, if you do like this stuff, please do hit that like button. It's much appreciated. It does help out a lot. Feel free to leave comments anytime below. I will gladly answer them, get to them as quick as I can. Answer them as best as I can when you have big questions. I know a lot of new players asking me questions. A lot of you guys from PS4 now that have just started playing ask me questions. You know, feel free to ask questions. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I'm glad to answer them if I can. I know that it actually works out a little bit for the PS4 guys, even though it kind of stinks that they don't get this release right away. At least you can find people on YouTube posting content about it, giving you ideas, you know, whether it's worth buying, using the blueprints, or using platinum if you're going to use platinum, that type of stuff. Whether it's worth your investment at all. I had the luxury of still having some platinum here left from being a Grandmaster, so it's helped me out. Be able to bring this stuff out to you guys much quicker.
A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
And while, you know, myself or Zetas or Kypex will go out sometimes and we'll just go buy these, a lot of the times we'll obviously farm for the stuff. I usually farm for the weaponry and the resources for the weapons that come out. I don't always buy them except for these big updates. Then I may, depending upon what they are. But I'm happy to always do runs with everybody. Get you guys parts for the frame and all that good stuff. I don't mind. Of course. Oh. Oh. Okay. So my Dijing just saved me there. I died but came right back to life. He saved me in time. Haha. That's funny. As I was saying, so I don't mind. Thank you guys. Note that the guys in the clan, in the Nog Army clan, you guys will always come first as far as things are concerned for invites, and if you're looking for some particular resource or something you need somebody to run with. Not everybody can get into the clan, so you can ask me. You can friend me in the game. Everybody can friend me. I have no problem with that. I always check people's stats, and I'll invite you. I ask you to join my forums and be part of the forums and be active on the forums. It's the easiest way for me to get in touch with everybody in the clan and keep everybody up to date. I mean, obviously the chat system inside the game works okay. It's not too bad. It does work pretty well, so you can contact other guys in the clan as well. We are looking for active players. I have very limited space left in our Shadow Clan group. I don't plan on going higher than Shadow Clan at this point. Unless the need arises and I have that many people wanting to be part of the group. You do have to be active. I do prefer, like I said, getting you guys onto my forums. That way you can get to know you a little better. Other guys can get to know you better, that type of stuff. We do play other games, of course. Things like Firefall, Defiance. You know, to name a couple. I do have the clan going in all those as well. But yeah, you can always shoot me a friend request anytime. I am pretty particular about who I let into the clan. If I let you in, you need to remain active. If you're not active, and I can check all your stats very simply from within the game, you may lose your spot within the clan at some point. So, being active in the clan is what is required. Or just being active in general. I don't need people just sitting in slots when I have enough people wanting to get into the clan that would be willing to be active. And for the most part, we have everything built inside the dojo. Sometimes we may need additional resources from people. If you're ever looking for something that's not fully built, I'll have already made a comment or a post about it. That we're looking for some resources and stuff. But for the most part, myself and like Zetas and Dax, Kypex, this guy's up top with the leadership. We try to get those built for you so you guys can have access to them. So far so good. So I only almost died one time, but my Sentinel here helped me with his revive, so that worked out very well. So not too bad for rank 8 to 10 somewhere in here when I started. 10 to 12 plus enemies, much easier to handle now that I put a couple of minor mods on them. Very good. Have a little bit of fun right here. On the way out the door. Just take him out. Yeah, it's a good weapon. It's got a low clip size, so not like the Soma's high clip size. So that's it's going to require you to be a little bit more accurate. Like I said, it doesn't have the same crit type of damage as far as I know as the Soma, so you have to build it impact heavy. Not really a big issue. But alright, so there we go. Stay tuned, guys, for a lot more stuff. Just get this group out of here. Always bringing out new stuff. Always trying to get better with the videos for you guys. Trying to bring out more helpful things for new members that may just be starting Warframe and looking at some of the content. They're confused. And if you ever have any questions, like I said, just ask. Otherwise, ow. Anyway, alright, so with that said, guys, thanks for watching, much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed it. Do hit that like button if you did. Comment, subscribe as well, it is definitely much appreciated. I'll see you in game, and until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we're out of here.
Mission complete.
See you later.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Bye.